Grand Rising, everybody. Wanted to pop on here to share a solar eclipse new moon transmission that's been coming through. So we have so many potent codes of new beginnings during this time. New moons are new beginnings, as well as eclipses are really potent portals of change. And so if you haven't been experiencing or didn't tune in, which is okay, since the March 25th, there was a lunar eclipse, and we've been moving through this portal until now, April 8th, where we have the solar eclipse. And so it's been this time of how I've experienced it, of the unknown, swimming in this darkness, and the darkness not meaning bad, it's just unknown. There's unfamiliar caverns. It's going into the depths of our being. It's the sensual, it's the feminine, and this time in this period to go within so we can redefine, so we can reset. And so as we have this April 8th solar eclipse portal, what is really being called forth, how I was seeing it, is a cut. If you think of the obsidian blade, it's this sacred Mayan tool that's the sharpest knife. And I see it as a splitting of timelines, of ways of being. And so the clarity is here, the way forward is here, the separation of who you once were and who you are becoming is here. And you are being invited to step into the new and integrate the parts of the old ways of being that still feel resonant and burn away those that are ready to clear. And something for me that's been really coming through the past 24 hours is intentionality. How can we get more intentional with our everyday actions? Okay, so this is a solar eclipse in Aries. So Aries is all about aligned divine action in pursuit of our purpose. And so how can you get more intentional with what we are doing in our everyday lives, how we are showing up, how we are speaking, how we are taking care of our bodies, how we are tuning in, how we are praying, how we are engaging with spirit and the earth and the land and the spirits around us. And it is through the intentionality, it is through the prayers of our everyday life, aka living intentionally, that everything begins to come online. And for me, the past 2 weeks since the lunar eclipse have been very filled with unknown and uncertainty. I felt like I had an idea, and then it kind of, things emerged with me, things died within me, and I didn't feel too much of a path forward. And so what has been coming through is that everything that you need, all the answers that you seek, are within you, are within the peace and the stillness and the intentionality and the prayer that you set forth. What does that mean? So oftentimes, I will speak for myself, when I'm feeling a little lost, when I'm feeling submerged in the unknown, not sure of which way to go, I'm doing things, try to figure it out, trying to give some steps that I can see in the future for me to step upon. And last night, after chatting with some friends and watching a movie and just having fun, I felt so called to come back to prayer over a candle and just pray from my being. And prayer is a portal from which we can connect with spirit so directly. And it was in that stillness that I created in my body that I opened myself up as a channel between the light and the spirit, and the path forward was so clear. And I share that because perhaps you have been feeling a little unaligned, submerged in the unknown, and the invitation here is to find the neutrality, is to find the 0 point, the space of peace within, and from there The path forward is illuminated and so clear. Maybe it's only the first 2 steps are clear. That's fine. It's not like your entire life is just going to illuminate before you, but you know the next steps to take. And yeah, so giving yourself grace during this time and welcoming in the light, welcoming in the clarity that desires to move through you, and celebrate this time of new beginnings and honor the person that you were and honor the parts of you that are dying and choosing to pass away and alchemize. Yeah, so that feels complete. Happy solar eclipse, happy new moon. Cheers to this death and rebirth process. And so the 3 takeaways from this transmission, this video, are intentionality, peace, and neutrality. So intentionality, peace, and neutrality, and grace. Grace as you allow what needs to go and to burn, and allow what is ready to be welcomed in, Yeah, thank you for being here. Cheers. Go get in some water. Water can be very cleansing during this time. So